There we go. There we go. Unfroze it. I got knocked offline somehow. I gotta go get something to drink. All right. Yeah, got that fixed. Something happened to my internet. It just knocked off. It was weird. I couldn't get a phone connection or a house connection or anything. Like the whole thing just shut down and it was gone. Gone, gone. All right. Any of y'all friends of Coy on Facebook? Had the banjo dog. Had that grand champion banjo out of Texas. Hey, yeah, man, I fixed it. It was my fault. My uh, server thing messed up. Anyhow, that Coy. Hey, yeah, you know him. And he had that what was her sister's name? BB Red, and she was a grand champion too. And he campaigned both those dogs. He's a nut now. You know, crazy looking man. Have you been on his Facebook page? Saying the last week and checked out his book review. It was pretty cool. Hang on a second. How can you hear it?
Me again. The next time you write a fucking book about what your daddy done, leave me the fuck out of it. So, that's all you gotta do. Have a nice day, son. Mitch, you don't think I'm pretty? Fuck, you gonna hurt my feelings. Shit. Goddamn daddy's boy. Who gives a fuck what you think about how I write or look? Block me again. The next time you write a fucking book about what your daddy done, leave me the fuck out of it. There you go. That's all you gotta do. Have a nice day, son.
Could you hear that? That was a hell of a book review. Uh, No, no. And it was pretty good. Check him out on Facebook. It's a public page. It's Coy Glenn Dickerson. His first name, his first name is one word, Coy Glenn Dickerson. So, I guess he had to do it like that so he could get a Facebook page up. But Coy Glenn Dickerson. Oh, hell, who don't have a lot of issues? I got all kinds of damn issues. I'm a walking issue. You know, the big thing about issues is facing them and working with them and taking feedback about them and being honest about them. The bad part about issues is having them and denying them, not working on them. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My issues have issues. I got more issues than I tend to address. Man, oh man. I hate to even go down that path. I got the anniversary of my sister's suicide coming up here next week. Be 2 years since she decided that she didn't want to live no more. Took a big old handful of pills and killed herself. So, it's fucked up. Left behind a son and two daughters and a bunch of grandchildren. You know, fucked all them up. They all wonder why she did it. Uh, Anyhow, that's probably biggest issue I'm dealing with right now. Is I wonder why she did it. You know, ho ho ho. I don't know if any of y'all have had to deal with suicide. I got to read her autopsy, and you get to read the autopsy of your sister. It's almost like reading your own autopsy, you know? We were the same age, like 2 years difference. So it's kind of like reading your own autopsy. It's kind of weird, man. Bill, I hate to hear that, man. Uh, well, like I've always said, it's only hard on the living because the dead are the dead. Huh. Damn, Meg. I mean, I think maybe like I shouldn't speak for everybody, but I think maybe we all do get to a point where maybe that's an option. There's that there's that day in our life. You know, we all have that day in our life where we walk out and it's the greatest day in our life. You know, we get in that good car and we go to see that good girl, or we go to do that good thing, or we go to, you know, it's that day, man. Well, you also have that shitty day, that day where, you know, the sky is falling, man. And you know, I think that a large majority of people maybe don't sit there and plan it out, but it's a passing thought. And in our culture today, with all these pills around, it makes it real easy. When I was a kid, man, I mean, if you were going to kill yourself, you had to like jump out of a building or hang yourself or shoot yourself or some kind of violent death, jump in front of a truck, you know, run your car into a bridge support. I mean, you know, there was no easy way out. And, you know, nowadays, these people, man, they can sit there and drink a bunch of alcohol and take a handful of pills and go to bed and hasta la vista, man. And ain't nobody responsible. I mean, my sister didn't have a prescription for anything. She hadn't been to the doctor in 20 years. Anyhow, it was a long time ago. I reckon that shit don't matter to nobody. You know, let's see. Your mama left him. Cool, she never had a dad. That's fucked up. Yeah, man. You don't I mean you don't ever know who gets low. You know, it could be the bum on the street, it could be, you know, it could be somebody you really look up to, you know. It could be, I mean, I don't know, Elon Musk. Thinking sitting in a room somewhere thinking about blowing his brains out. So, oh man, what are you talking about? I lost my ass in 2020. I'm still kind of lagging a little bit. Hey, I got a braille copy of the Bible, cool see. I got a real braille copy of the Bible. Like old dude in the book of Eli memorized. I got one. Uh, Yeah, I like the Eli now. But like I said, man, we letting it go. I'm concentrating more on my Bolero stock and putting it up with this Villy blood. Yeah, well, it's about the same thing, isn't it? It's about the same thing. Uh, I mean, if you don't want to live, it don't take long to go. That's for sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, that was a nice litter of dogs. Um, there was a what was her name? Three B was in that litter. Um, Ladybug, Mr. Perfect, Bear. Um, I'm forgetting one. There's another dog, Batman and Bear were in that litter, and that was just all those dogs were house dogs. Every one of them were put into houses like people with their kids and their dogs. And dude's kid grew up, and I guess she went to school or something happened, and Bear got put out in the kennel in the yard. And some kind of deal went down between the guy that owned the dog and that Pepe Lopez guy, and dog ended up out there in California. But I I don't know. I didn't know anything about it. Last time I saw the dog, he was a puppy, and I was giving it to a little kid. And next thing I know, they got him all over the internet. Fat Bill's bear being bred to this and that. So I I didn't really have anything. I didn't really know anything about it. That's what I'm talking about. That strange will kill you. That strange will take you out of here, man. I love it. I'd like some strange right now. Just call me up. 1-800 Fat Bill. Give me a call or visit my website. IHateFatBill.com. Just log on. Join now. Any women that weigh less than 240 pounds, you get a free membership. Oh, man. Hey, we forgot all about. Oh, I'm sorry, man. And my memory's not working too good tonight. We forgot all about your book. I guess nobody else wanted to bid on it. Cool C, did you want to bid on it? You don't want to. That connection went out. You want to start the auction over? It'd probably be better. Start it over. Oh, and, all right. Yeah, that sounds good. You love big girl shit? Well, we appreciate you sharing that with us, man. I always knew you was, fecal freak. I didn't know that, but that's all good. Fuck 12. All right now. Be nice. Motherfuckers, take care of your kids. That's right. I got my little blue stripes on my tags. Every time they arrest me, they're nice as hell. I've been arrested. I got arrested, 2.5 years ago now? About 2.5 years ago. Some people broke into my house and stole some medicine that I take, and I slightly overreacted. I knew who it was. And after I did what I did, they slightly overreacted and told the law that I did more than I did and said more than I said. And so the police came and arrested me. And yeah, it was pretty fucked up. Came and got me at 2 o'clock in the morning. But they were really polite. And they didn't say jack shit about my bong on the kitchen table or nothing, man. I mean, they just took me, you know. And like 20 minutes later, I was out. They were real polite. You know, it's always good when you got a farm you can put up. You damn right. Landowner privilege is what it is. Oh yeah, yeah, the part where they arrested me. Yeah, they turned all the lights on and hey, you know what? They didn't even knock on the door. They just turned all the lights on, like made everything real bright, so I knew they were out there, and then just like stood out by the door, and and so I realized they were there. You know what? You're right. They didn't even knock on the door, man. But I don't give a fuck. I'll take it. I'll take it. Man, the law enforcement around here, they've arrested me. One, two, 3 times I've been arrested by them, and every time they've always cuffed me in the front. You know, so that's pretty sweet. You got to give them some kudos for that. You know, I appreciate it. That's for sure. That's for sure. They're getting cuffed in the back, man. You know, this shit hurt your shoulders. I hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Uh, but I still ain't no choir boy. Uh, Shit. You know how it is. Yeah. You got you a shot, did you? They put you in the hole. They put you in the hole, Mig. Did y'all know there's police in the prison? So you walking around the prison and you do something wrong, they'll arrest you and put you in handcuffs and take you to another jail inside the prison. How about that? Man, prison sucked. I hated prison now. Every day in there. Woo! Not a good time. Oh, nah, man. No. You trying to get out of there. I mean, you wasting days of your life in there. No. Mm-mm. No. Yeah, you won't lose no weight in there if you don't want to now. You can put on weight. You can get fat as hell in there. That's right. You go to the box, man. Spend the night in the box. Spit on the floor, you spend the night in the box. Don't put your empty bottle in the rack, you spend the night in the box. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You can go in there and get big, man. It's not like it was a lack of food. There was plenty of food to eat. I mean, at night, everybody's watching TV, eating pizza, banana pudding, swole. This was a special recipe of things. You take your like a Tupperware bowl, you put you some beans in there, put you some. I like putting some Fritos in there, put some cheese in there, put some ramen in there, put some Tostitos on top, or some chips. Put some cheese on top of that. Put that sucker in the microwave. Zap it with some little water on it. Thing swells up. Man, it's good. Call it swole. Tuna boona. Now I make a wicked um, uh, garbage can chilled, microwave burned, um, or flambéed banana pudding. And I'm not a bad barista. Man, I was throwing down with some coffee now. Oh yeah. I was making some coffees. Oh yeah. Man, I could take some coffee mate and one of those shaker cups in the microwave and some sugar, and I can make steamed milk and take sugar and just make your drink about what you wanted, with milk, without milk, sugar. Make you a little coffee up, man. Oh, you know, we'd all always be hooking people up with each other up with shit. Like if I knew how to make coffee and I knew people that wanted coffee, and I'd be like, I'd make like three or four different people their coffee, here, here, here. And then like when they made certain things, like somebody made like a casserole or something, and they made it in, and they had portions of it. They'd be like, "Yo, man, here's yours," and they'd give me a bowl of that, and I wouldn't even have to ask for it. They'd be like, "Yo," but like, I'm handing them coffee out, but like at night, especially at night, late at night, man, like before the 10 o'clock count, like after dinner, but like around between 8 and 9 o'clock, man, everybody's wanting a snack, and somebody would break something out. Somebody made something, or somebody got something up from the chow hall, like a pizza or something like that, and they cooked it in the microwave. You know what I mean? No, man, look, people were sending so much money to my commissary. Now, listen to this. I used to get so much mail from friends when it was every day when they're handing out the mail. Smith, Jones, Reynolds, Jones, Smith, Reynolds. Man, I used to get mail every day, and almost half the mail, people send me $10, $20. And then I had a couple people that sent me like large sums of money. Um, I had I had so much money coming into my books that my counselor called me in, and they started drafting money off my books to pay on my fines and shit while I was locked up. Is how much money I had coming in. So like, I never did keep up with that shit. They limited me on like my commissary, how much I could spend, and how much I could spend on the phone, and all that shit, man. They wouldn't let me spend but X amount of money. If they'd let me spend what I wanted, I'd have smoked 3 packs of Marlboros a day, man. That was back when you could smoke in there. Fuck that place. I ain't never going back. Man, everybody sent me money. I mean, everybody. I used to get all these letters. How you doing, man? Hope you doing good. Da 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 da. I mean, I got them. I got them. I got bunches of them. I saved them. Oh, man, I appreciated every dime of it. I mean, I had thousands of dollars come in while I was locked up. Thousands of dollars. And then when I came home, my boy had an envelope for me. Nice one, thick. My people was taking care of me, man. So, all that was good. Like my little organization of people, man. They were right. So it was all the motherfuckers that told on me was people I didn't even hang out with. They were just motherfuckers that knew shit about me. I didn't even hang out with none of them, man. All of them lived 100 miles away from me or more, you know? But anyhow, fuck all that. Oh, yeah, man. You know it. You know it. But I'm going to tell you, man, it was at a cost. I mean, I'm fucking alone now. It, um, it was at a cost. It was at a great cost. You know, it changed me. It made me a different person. Made me a better person, but a different person, much more difficult person to deal with. Because, man, I used to tell you the truth, a lot before, and a lot of times I'd just be quiet. Well, now I just, you know, now I don't give a fuck. Now I just don't give a fuck at all. I ain't gave a fuck the last 20 years, you know, and everybody around me knows it. And man, I got some pretty good relationships with people. Nothing close, but I got some good friends. I got some I got some friends. Oh man, when I was locked up, Matt had put out 3 issues of the magazine. Uh, 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 uh. You know what was the most fun in there? Was they had this track, and I'd go up there and I'd walk this track, and there was this dude named Charlie, and he lived up at the Gerard unit, and I wasn't supposed to talk dogs with anybody because I was in the program, and they were deprogramming us and shit. And so if you talked about your crime, that was glorification of your criminal history. And so you couldn't talk about your crime unless you were talking about it in a way like you're talking about it in a way like it wasn't glorification of it. In other words, you were talking, like you were talking about it like it was a good thing. And so, um, me and Charlie, man, we would meet up there on that track, and he would walk with me on that track, and we would talk dogs. And it was what had happened was DC had closed the I forgot the name of the prison up there, but it was a big city prison for DC, and they had just closed it. And all those guys had come to where I was at in Morgantown, West Virginia, and so I got to meet that guy, and man, that was the most fun I had was walking that track with Charlie talking dogs. Uh, Lorton, that's right. They had closed Lorton. This was in, I can tell you when this was. This was in February of 2001. This was in the winter of 2001. Oh, but anyhow, yeah, that was that was a good memory right there. And he knew, like, he knew all the stuff, and we knew a lot of the same people, and it was just it was a good escape to get to walk that track with Charlie and talking bulldogs. So, and nobody figured it out. That class never, ever, ever figured it out. And man, I got caught smoking so many times. You weren't supposed to smoke when you were in the program. You had to like a quit date and shit. And if they caught you smoking, man, if like say somebody else in the class saw me smoking, they had to go tell during the class. And like there was this place behind the graphic arts class where the teacher smoked, and you could go out there and not be out of bounds. And man, this guy caught me twice out there smoking, and both times we'd be sitting in class the next morning. Teacher's like, "Do you have any issues?" And old boy's like pointing right at me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Reynolds was over there smoking yesterday. I was like, "Oh shit, man, come on, you know." So first thing they ask you is, "Where'd you get the cigarette?" I'm like, "Oh, I picked a butt up off the ground," which you can't tell them you got cigarettes. Oh yeah, you know it. RDAP trains you to get the hell out of there is what it trains you to do. Trains you to get that damn 12-month sentence. I got 11 months, 2 weeks off my sentence by graduating. I never said a word. I never pointed at anybody, not one time. They rank you every day in the class. They would rank the class, and I was ranked last every single time. I was ranked last in the class every single time. They hated me, man. I was like the worst one ever they had. But I never lied. They said that you always had to tell the truth, and if I said something in there, it was the truth. Oh, fuck them, the horse they rode in on. I learned a lot in there. I learned a lot in there. I learned a lot about cognitive thinking. You know, I appreciate a lot of the stuff they taught me. Yeah, man. I mean, you got to sit there anyhow. You get a chance to do residential treatment. I mean, that program would have cost me on the street. It would have cost me $50,000, 3.5 hours a day, 5 days a week, residential. That would have cost 50 grand at least. So, you got it. Hang on a second. Make sure you put an address in the notes. In the notes. Hey, hey. Well, I gotta go piss. I'll be right back. Man, I had a 72 Bronco with a little small block V8 in it. And I flipped that thing about 3 times. Got thrown from it. It was a cool car. Well, guys, I'm getting a little tired. It's been a long, long day. I've been streaming quite a bit. So I'm going to shut her down. And I hope you guys have a good evening. And I'll be back soon. And you guys know how to get in touch with me if you need to. I'll be right here. But I'm getting tired. My eyes are getting really tired. So we'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all take it easy.